Hello and welcome to the Lion's Den. I'm your host Matt, as always. And I did record an episode where I drove and talked, but I ended up shouting quite a bit so that you could hear me over the road noise. And the audio just sounded kind of garbage because there was a lot of road noise. But I think had I had a better microphone that could isolate my voice better, that would be good. So anyway, I've got the transcript, so I have more points as to what I want to talk about. Oh my, there's like baby sheep over there. That's so cute. I'm just sat in my car next to a river and it looks really pretty out there. Right, what have we got to talk about? So, explanation as to why I came out here to record an episode. So the first thing is, my parents are looking to renovate their kitchen. And one of the biggest problems they've got currently is that there are electrical feeds to different parts of the house that are kind of all over the shop. So they wanted to straighten it out and make it more streamlined and not stupid from when it was built. And that requires ripping out the ceiling in the kitchen, which is not quite below where my bedroom is, but it's kind of close. So my dad's just banging away and drilling and using impact drivers and whatnot. So it's making a hell of a lot of noise. To the point where I didn't want to record an episode at home because I thought, that's not going to be good. You're just going to hear a lot of banging and that wouldn't be very fun. But I thought the road noise would be less jarring, but in fact it's probably just as bad. Although it was consistent, so you might have been able to tune it out, but not entirely sure. I was saying that before I started recording, I was trying to find a place to park. That's a truck. That's the other thing. I'm going to have to try and stop talking when the cars pass, so that the audio doesn't just have cars passing me. The reason I did this is because as I was driving out, my original intent was I was going to drive somewhere, park up quiet like I'm doing right now and record. And then I thought, I could try and record while I was driving, because while I'm driving, I sometimes just have like a dialogue with myself and talk about really weird things that are interesting. I thought that would be great for this program, but I'm not doing that. This might be a bit of a longer episode as well, because I keep trying to explain myself. Right. So one of the things that I was discussing with myself as I was driving out was mnemonics and acronyms are supposedly this really good memory device for learning stuff. They tell you at school, break something down into stages and then write a mnemonic so that you can remember it. But they don't work. They only work for stupid things. Because when I was a child, say like under the age of 10, so this is a long time ago, I came up with this acronym called BLOTM, so BLOTM. And that stands for Big Lorries on the Motorway, because of course it does. And it's essentially that when I was younger and we'd go on family vacations and we'd be driving down the motorway for like 3-4 odd hours, every time there was a lorry that was on the side of us, either side, it just looked terrifying because they're so big compared to a standard car. And the way the sides are soft makes them ripple due to the wind rushing by them as they drive. And that's just absolutely terrifying to a young child because it looks like it's going to crash on you and it's just not fun. But that's the thing is, why do I remember that one, but nothing that I remember did at school? Like, none of the methods I used at school, I can remember what I was trying to teach myself. Alright, so fun backstory time in terms of sunglasses. So, I wear prescription glasses, which means that when I'm looking for sunglasses, I have to take in consideration the fact that they either will be cheap and not prescription, or I have to pay a stupid amount of money to get prescription sunglasses or prescription lenses put in sunglass frames. Because that's the thing in the adult world that you realise very quickly as a person who wears glasses. Frames are cheap, lenses are not. And that is the sad truth, because there's a lot of engineering that goes into taking a piece of glass and making it reflect a light correctly for your eyeballs. So what does that mean for me? Well, that means that if I want a pair of prescription sunglasses, I have to pay stupid amounts of money, because it's not hard to make normal lenses anymore, but it's hard to make lenses that are then themselves curved, because obviously a lot of sunglasses are wraparounds, so they'll reach from the front of your face and round to the sides to kind of cover your peripheral. That's very difficult and very expensive to create prescriptions in. So I obviously always have like stupid measures in to try and make sure that they're safe and that they'll last. But the world hates me, the universe hates me, because I'll put these sunglasses in like a hard shell case in a drawer for maybe 6 to 9 months of the year when I don't need them because it's not sunny, it's not hot or warm or anything. I'm not going outside into bright daylight. So I put them, store them away somewhere safe. But what the universe says is that, so when I come back to them, they'll most likely just be broken for some reason, and not the lenses. It's the frame. The frame will have cracked somewhere to the point where you can't then wear them because they'll either fall apart and snap more, or just they won't hold the lens. So what does that mean for me right now? Well, what I did a couple of years ago is I bought a cheap pair of sunglasses, non-prescription ones, a standard style frame. I thought, these can't surely break. And they were great, to be perfectly honest. I'd leave them in my car just so that whenever I went driving, I had a pair in case it was sunny. Because sometimes there's those days in winter when they've got a really low sun, so you'll need sunglasses, otherwise you'll just be blind when you try to drive. And they were great. And then the universe said, screw you again. And they were broken. I came to open the case where they were stored and they were just cracked. And I was a sad boy. So I went to my sister before I came out today and was like, do you have any extra pair of sunglasses I can nick? And she gave me these nice sort of salmon-y peach ones that honestly don't look too bad on me. I think I kind of pull them off. Not entirely sure how, but you know, we take it. But there's two slight quirks with them. The first thing is, for some reason, traffic lights are really, really bright with them. Like, I can see the light of the traffic lights from a good long distance away, when normally they'd just be kind of illuminated but not vibrant. They almost look like neon signs, which is weird. The other thing is they're gradiented, which I've never had gradiented sunglasses before, and honestly I think they're stupid, because when I'm looking straight ahead it's one colour and one light level, but the minute I look down at like the instrument cluster where my speed is and everything, it's completely different, and it's very jarring, very weird. Hopefully that's not a common thing, or there's more options that I can pick from instead, because personally I don't like that. So yeah, one of the weird things I've been experiencing recently is I'm on Easter break from university, which is nice. Time to sort of sit down and relax. But I've come to the problem where I've said to myself, like, I've set out, this is a time period that I can sit down, just do what I want, relax, do things that are fun and interesting and not complicated physics work. But the problem is I have so many options that I end up doing nothing. So like, I could sit down and say watch a bunch of YouTube content, or I could sit down and play guitar and practice songs that I want. I could draw for ages, for hours and hours and hours, or I could, I don't know, I could play video games that I've yet to complete and master. But I end up just kind of sitting there like, what? What do I do? Because I just can't seem to bring myself to pick up the things I enjoy and do them casually. I've always found that whenever I have structured work to do, so whenever I'm like at university and I have uni courses to do, I'm then way more motivated to do my hobbies, because it's a break from doing work. It's something different, something interesting. Whereas when I have the time to sit down and do my hobbies, I don't end up wanting to do them, because that's all you're doing. There's nothing to break up the monotony. There's nothing forcible that you don't want to do. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. But hopefully, now that I've been rambling on for more than 10 minutes, I've passed the point where I can cut out all of the stupid car noises and I'll have a decent length thing. So if you're hearing this, it means that when I got home and listened to the car track, it was absolute garbage, and I won't be doing that again, which is a shame, because I do have some of my best ideas when I'm driving. Maybe I should have it going when I'm driving, so that then I can listen to my ramblings later on and condense them into an actual episode. That might be an idea. Anyways, hopefully you have enjoyed listening to my ramblings in my on-location shoot. Remember that, again, this is a YouTube channel, so like, comment, subscribe, do all of that fun stuff, share it with your friends, that would be really helpful. And I'll see you all next week. Oh, look at the sheep, they're so cute. I wish you could see these. Anyway, bye.